Welcome back to the channel, it's 9, and today we have more information talking about the PlayStation Showcase and how it is looking more and more likely what we can expect and when we can expect it, as well as Forspoken's delay and what that means. And we will be talking about Sony buying Konami's Metal Gear Solid IP, how there's more smoke around that, and a possible partnership happening with them, and more of their IP as well. Now, before we get into that, if you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. Now let's kick it off with this PlayStation Showcase. So this all comes from Game Reactor, and multiple sources have told Game Reactor that Sony had been planning a State of Play live stream for this week. However, SIE has been facing calls to delay the event due to the ongoing invasion of Ukraine. In quotes, this has allegedly led to talks about delaying a week or two. So not that much longer, but it could be a week or two. So I personally think that this lines up, right? We have many sources that have come to say that there's going to be an event in March. People said some sources were not credible, some sources were kind of iffy, but now we're coming to find that there's way too much smoke around this. It's looking very, very possible. And this is also why we do look at sources, even if they don't have a perfect track record, or maybe if they're not exactly proven, there are chances that they could be correct. And in this case, Ad Account NGT was one of those sources who said Forspoken would be delayed, and they were right about it. And they've also said that there's going to be a PlayStation Showcase and a delay possibly happening as well for the showcase, and it seems like there's a lot of people coming out saying the same thing. So again, we look at these sources, we take it as a rumor, take it with salt, as some people like to say, but we don't just dismiss them completely because they can be correct, and this is why I cover them. Now, I also think that we're going to get an event in March. I agree. I think that's going to happen. I think everybody is pretty much on the same page that we're going to get an event in March. I believe we will see God of War Ragnarok, Final Fantasy 16, Harry Potter, Forspoken, and it all makes sense because these are all games that we need updates on. So God of War Ragnarok, as we still don't have a date, we have no idea when this game is dropping, but we are expecting it in 2022, so it's time that we do get another look at that game, and maybe with a release date. And then we have Final Fantasy 16, which has already been stated to get more info in spring, so that's kind of an expectation that we're going to see this either end of March, where this State of Play is going to be, or a little later on in a bigger event. But my expectation is definitely this next State of Play. Harry Potter has had multiple sources who are credible state we are getting a trailer this month. Ad Account NGT, who is now in my good books when it comes to being a credible source, has said this as well, that we're going to get a Harry Potter look this month, and so I think that that's very likely going to happen. And then lastly, Forspoken just got a delay to October 11th, and surely they're going to give us another look at that. So these are all the things that I personally expect at this State of Play that could be happening, which I really do truly genuinely believe that is going to happen, and a lot of people do think so, and now we're hearing it from so many sources, so I'm very, very certain of that. Now, lastly, I want to talk to you guys about Sony buying Konami's Metal Gear Solid IP and this alleged partnership. So this comes from Roberto Serrano, and he says, there is a good agreement between PlayStation and Konami to publish its IPs, but the only IP in discussion to be acquired is Metal Gear Solid, according to latest rumor. He later states it's according to his sources as well. He then says, in reference to a Metal Gear Solid movie, that this one is already involved as a movie in production by Columbia Pictures, a Sony company. So what does this all mean? Sony apparently has an agreement to publish multiple IP that belong to Konami. Think similar to the Spider-Man deal with Insomniac and all that. They are in talks to buy MGS, so it's not confirmed yet, but they are in talks, according to his sources, and also according to the previous sources that we talked about in our last video. And apparently there's an MGS movie already in production. Now, do I believe all of this stuff? It's hard to say. So Roberto Serrano has been right in the past, but has also been wrong probably just as many times. So I think that you gotta take this one definitely more cautiously than you would some of the other sources, but he does have a track record that proves that he has been right in the past. Whether that means he actually had sources or not is another question, but I personally think there is something here. I think that there's more to this, and the more people that are coming out and talking about this, I think it's just shedding light on what could be happening behind the scenes. So if Roberto Serrano is correct, then yes, Sony would be buying Metal Gear Solid, and we might even see some more collaborations with some of their other IP, which have been rumored for a while. We've been hearing about how they're partnering with them in different ways, but we don't know the details yet. It's been rumored heavily for a while now. We'll see what happens. Time will tell. I don't know what else to make of this, but I will just say this. Take it as a rumor. Don't take it as any more than that. That's how I'm taking it. But it seems that when a lot of people are talking about the same things, there seems to be more validity to it. Like when there's smoke, there's fire type of situation. So time will tell. We'll see what happens. But that is all I have for you guys in today's video. What do you think of this whole PlayStation Showcase situation? Do you think we're going to actually get one this month, whether it be a state of play or a showcase? I'm assuming if it's going to be a state of play, that it's going to be a smaller form than if it was a whole showcase where it's like an hour long. What do you think of this rumor that continues with Sony buying Konami's IP, Metal Gear Solid in question right now, and more partnerships happening with their IP as well? Please let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Links will be in the description, and share this video with a friend. I will talk to you all on the next one. Take care.